Is that better? I switched to the 270. It's got a lower resolution. Once I get on, no, it's not better for you, Chris. Well, shoot. I may not be able to stream tonight. And it's blurry. Yeah, that's probably the. Hey, what's up, Inspire 3D? Chris Freeze. Apparently, I am Josh Freeze tonight. Because my cam kite's buffering. It's alright. Seriously, it's 100 millimeters a second. But I don't know if you've seen this model, but it's got a million flipping uh, scales. So if it was going in a direct line, you'd see it going, but no, it's got to go for all the scales. I can actually, since I have like it's a scaly little dude. If you check my tweet, I linked to it. It's $3 on Gumroad. Supports Chaos Cortec. Or if you go to Chaos Cortex tweet, I think he has it pinned. Or Twitter page, I think he has it pinned. Oh, I wish I knew how much filament was left on that roll. I'm scared. I may just go get a new roll and do it now so I don't have to worry about it. What's up, Jake from State Farm? I I put another order of ooze in with them. I'm gonna see. I gotta find that Renault sensor. I literally bought it like 6 months ago, and I've cleaned my house like 3 times since then, and reorganized like 10 times since then. And most likely it's still in the back seat of my car, to be completely honest with you. I think I got it right before I went to Murph. That is true. I'm gonna have to bug Chris Galata so we can. Thank you, manager. Chris, I just spent the entire day redoing mine today. My back hurts. I'm tired. I need a shower. Now that I had to switch cameras, you can't see my geekness. And yes, I stuck that build tech directly to the wall. So it's not coming off unless I repaint the room. I'm pretty sure it'll peel the paint. I switched cameras because the other camera, they were saying that it was broadcasting in too high of a resolution, and my internet sucks, so it was causing my stream to lag. But I can't like change the resolution in the browser version once I get my new graphics card and can use Streamlabs. Within Streamlabs, I can change the resolution and everything. You put it on the Railcore back cover? That's awesome. I print 4 every month. And I started printing the aliens, I think, in January. I'm missing some up there because all the rest of them are in a box in my printer closet. Alien 3D closet. Used to be my printer dungeon. I've probably got at least 12 more. But then for Earth, I'm going to get all the filaments that from when I first started. I should have samples left of them all. And I'm going to print all, let's see, by the time I go to Earth, it'll be 12, 13, 14, 15 months worth. So there should be at least 60. Should be at least 60 aliens that I'm taking with me. And some months had more than 4 filaments, so probably 63 aliens. And then I'll do the, well, no, probed and ooze were in the boxes, so yeah, probably about 63 aliens I'll be taking. And then I'm going to take one of each box from each month. I think I'm going to leave the regular black boxes out this time. Because I think only my first two, no, July, August, and September were the plain black boxes with the logo on them. And then in October, I started the custom design boxes every month. It's just wrong, Chris. Just wrong. Oh, son of a biscuit. Did I just... Jim at the Edge of Tech just messaged me. That's funny. Say it, Rosa. Mamacita always doesn't hold back. She just hold them back in chat. Don't be a brat, babe. Let's see. No, she was saying excuse you to me, not you, Chris. Because I called her Rosa instead of babe. Hey, what's up, Tanner 3D? Anyone know if there's a trick to getting prints to release from the build plate on the CR10S Pro? Is it the stock build plate? I'm sure Liquid Dirt 3D could probably say something. Yeah, with the fake tech? Yeah, I don't know. The only person I know with the CR10S Pros is Liquid Dirt. Yeah, now that I got my Wham Bam to okay, Chris has one too. Yeah, the TH3D Flex Plate is also good. I haven't tried the PEI sheet. This is the PEI sheet from TH3D. I haven't tried it yet. I've got their Easy Flex, and stuff sticks really, really good. If you don't get, or if you get too close, if you smush too much, it can be a pain in the butt to get off still. But if you leave a little more, smush less than usual, it comes off pretty easy. Have a safe trip, Tanner. Drive safe. Cool heat, then cool again. That sounds annoying. Yeah, to be honest, there from now on, every single one of my printers will either have a flex plate or print bite, print surface on it. Because the print bite that I had on my A-nets, I had them on there for over a year. They never wore out. They worked beautifully with PLA, PETG, and ABS. Things would stick, and the second the bed cooled off, they would just release themselves. You wouldn't even have to do nothing. You could just boop, and they come right off. That was my absolute favorite surface I ever used. But then I got flex plates, and now they're my favorite. But if I ever had a printer that I didn't get a flex plate for, definitely go with PrintBite. It's a little more expensive. It comes from overseas. I don't think there's a U.S. supplier, so shipping's a little crazier, but totally worth it in my opinion. Not a fan of the PEX. I initially had problems with it, but as you know, my dumbass threw away the steel wool. And I didn't read the instructions. So I tried printing without scuffing it up. And I was about to throw it out the window. And then I emailed Peter and I was like, Peter, sorry guys, kind of emergency text. What was I saying? Oh yeah, talking about the PEX. So I didn't scuff it, threw away the steel wool, didn't read the instructions, and then yeah, so I used sandpaper, and it didn't work too well. So I went and got a finer grain sandpaper and used acetone, and it worked good. Oh my gosh, my phone, stop being stupid. Sorry guys, Rosa is messaging me. Her dad went to the hospital. Yeah, Carl's definition of long prints is like a month long. How long did it take you to do that Thanos blade? Ooh, I can see the light. There's only like one more layer left. I gotta go grab another thing of 8 days per side. Yeah, okay. That's nuts. I'm scared to do 29-hour prints, aka what's printing now. especially in Florida. But I do have it on a UPS now, so. Anyways, I'm gonna go grab another probe before I think it's on the last layer. So I'll be right back. I'm contemplating swapping this out now instead of waiting for the last layer. Because I'm really scared that this is going to jam and this last 24 hours is going to go out the window. I have such a bad habit with that. Thank you, baby. I organized today and I broke my snips today. But they're the generic blue handle ones that come with every printer. For those of you who got the June UFO, snip, snip. I wanted to do that toolkit as a product on my site, but the supplier didn't want to deal with the hassle of getting me all the parts every order. Yeah, I know I need to get the touch screen. I know. My goodness, Chris. Give me all the shit. My goodness, I gotta wait for this thing to feed. Oh, I know, Chris. I'm just giving you a hard time. I need to get that snap-on oiler that Carl recommended. Because this is too much of a pain in the butt. This is the first time I've done a live filament swap. Kind of scared. I think it gripped it. Yeah, it gripped it. You know what? Screw it. It'll work. I can't pause the print, reload, and resume because I've got no control over the printer right now. The Duet lost connection to the internet, so I can't access the web control. Yeah, and I did mention that I should have did the clamshell one. I still have it up in a tab too. I just want to make sure it's still feeding. Yep. Yeah, I learned that. Definitely learned that. What'd I do with my phone? There it is. Yeah, once I decide I want to spend more money, I'll get the control panel. I have 6 printers I need to buy. So once I figure out the cost of those, are you home yet? Or are you still working? But once I figure out the cost of those printers, I will, if I have money left over, I'll get the panel. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get CR10S Pros eventually, but I need to get 6 printers that I can afford quickly. I don't have $3,500 to put up for actually that was how many that was for 5. I don't have $3,500 for 5 printers. So I'm going to get Ender 3s for $90 a pop. I think that's the price they told me that they think they could get them for me. That way I can do You're not happy with the Ender 3? Yeah, I know you get what you pay for, but I don't have $3,500 to sink into getting 5 printers. So my plan is to get 6 cheap printers, because if all I'm going to be doing is printing these, then that's all I need them for. And I'm pretty sure I could get Enders to print these all day long, hopefully. I do need a belt printer. When Carl decides he wants to hook me up with a mini White Knight, I will be the biggest advertiser I could possibly be for him. Yeah, because you have the angled nozzle, right? I don't know either. It's only 2 millimeters thick. Yeah, I could send you the file, Carl. And actually, I don't know if you joined. Oh yeah, because you got the build tack on there too. That build tack really holds tight. Yeah, it's only 2 millimeters. Takes an hour to print one side at 100 millimeters a second. But my adapter fit first attempt. So I'm glad about that. Which reminds me, what did I do with that bearing? Here it is. Boom. You're going to mod a CR10S Pro to have a belt bed? That seems interesting. Yeah, but Chris Galata, how much does a CR10 cost? If I could get a CR10 for 180 bucks, sure. You like what idea? Yeah, see the CR10, $600. I'm buying all 6 of the Ender 3s for that. Yeah, but Chris, do I really need to do much modding? And do I really need that good of a quality just to print a half of a spool? Because this is just 2 parts that push together. I don't think I need anything super amazing. Like, I don't. The CR10S Pros, I definitely want one. But I want it to do stuff like that. I don't want to spend $700 on a printer to do this. Corey, if you can get that to work, that'd be flipping amazing. Why is Windows flashing something at me? Canon inkjet printer send usage. Yeah, I need to uninstall that. I no longer use that Canon printer. Yes, I can print both sides on the artillery because it's got a 300 by 300 bed. All right, Chris, I'll send it to you. You want to reduce the size a bit. Reduce the size of the spool. Because the problem I had with printing yours was that the text was so small that the little dots were globbing the end of the hot end, the nozzle. I had to restart that print 4 times before it would finally stick. And I still had some boogers. Um, the reason that I went a little bigger than the sample size is because, let me find the filament clip. And this is what a couple of my customers said to me. while the filament is spooling, if the walls are too low, then you risk the filament going over the side of the spool and getting junked up. So that's why I went a little longer on the sides, to give it a little bit of wall to hold it in place. All right. I mean, if you want to reduce it and tweak it some, go for it. I think right now it's what, 5, probably 5 or 6. But the inner dimensions in here absolutely have to stay the same so that it'll fit on my adapter. And it's got the little grooves there, so I no longer have to use my clamp. And you just slide it on, tell it to go. That's the plan anyways. I mean, it might be a full centimeter. I can't remember what size I did. I think it was 150 millimeters. Yeah, Techie Dad, I was actually wondering. You said it was going to take you like 2 seconds. You were gone forever. And then I don't know if you noticed in the step files, but the rod parts have a hole at the end and the tube parts have a hole so that I can shove the filament through. And yeah. And then there's the filament clips on here. So I can just clip the end, not have to worry about zip ties anymore. Yeah, Techie Dad, I think they are. I think the ones I put in discard have the updated clip. This should be the only change. The end clips on the sides, I made them bigger. Because these were just a little too thin. Hey, 3D printer noob. The giant alien is under a tarp in my yard, under a tree. And it is the whole body. The whole body was 9 feet. And then the UFO parts I was going to put together for Earth. It's 3 foot tall, 9 foot across. But The full spool is about 10 meters of filament. I think it was just over 10 meters. It shouldn't melt under the shade, should it? Oh, awesome 3D printer noob. Yeah, I will be the first to know. I check on it every couple weeks, and I haven't seen any melting. Part of it broke when I was coming back from Earth. I have to do some repair work to it. Yeah, Carl was like directly across from me on the opposite side of the building. Well, it's been in the 90s in Florida, but I would think in a driveway it was hitting direct sunlight. Um, the alien is like literally outside. I have trees encroaching my house, oak trees. So it's always in the shade. But I was gonna actually start this month putting the UFO together so that I could transport everything whole, and I was gonna line the inside of it with a mesh wire and then spray foam it. Um, how it grew so much between looking across. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so my plan was to do it, but then the people at Earth told me I wasn't allowed to bring it, that they wouldn't have room for it, and that it would be larger than the area that I'm allotted with the 2 foot by 6 foot table or whatever it is, 2 by 8, 2 by 6. So I guess I have to get a gold sponsor next year so I can get bigger room, because I guarantee Protopasta and with their extruder line. Yeah, I probably could have asked about that, but I'm worried that I mean, vandals. I don't know if it would get damaged or. What's up, Minnesota Maker? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I have it in writing in an email if that counts. Yeah, I'll try to do it for Murph next year. Again, I don't think the people at Murph knew I was bringing a 9 foot alien. And when I did have it finally put together, the guy that was running it was like, whatever, put it in front of that door. And he didn't care. Murph is a little less organized than Earth. Welcome back, babe. Everything all right with your daddy? Yeah, he looks awesome, period. I can't wait till he's done. Should have about 4 hours left, I think. Oh wait, no. If Simplified 3D was correct at 29 hours, then I should have 5.5 hours left. But I think all that's left is the head. It's getting to the neck, so I don't know why it would take another 5.5 hours. Yeah, it's 0 infill, 3 walls. Here, I'll do another zoom in because you weren't here when I did it earlier. But it's like nothing but scales. Even though it's printing at 100 millimeters a second, because of all the scales, it's slowing it down. But I love the way that the shine, it's like faceted. But yep, he's hollow. I'm glad all the stringing is on the inside though. I thought there'd be more stringing back here, but there's not. Garrett did a really awesome job designing this. I'm sure he's gonna be fine, babe. Don't stress too much. My dad had a heart attack and he had quadruple bypass surgery. They had to take veins out of his legs. And shortly after that, he got Parkinson's disease. And he had Parkinson's probably 10 years or so. I don't know exactly. And then he got cancer in his jaw. And they cut the cancer out and replaced part of his jaw with titanium. And then they over radiated him. And the radiation killed him. No, Techie Dad. She was talking about her dad. He went into the hospital today with heart stuff. Having problems with his heart. Yeah, it was bad. My dad, the last while he was going through radiation treatment and stuff, they had him on a colostomy bag or no, I don't think on the colostomy. I think whatever the P one is, and it got they didn't set it right, so his bladder backed up, and I guess when your bladder backs up, it poisons you and causes you to hallucinate. And um, so yeah, the catheter they didn't set it right, so his bladder backed up and he started hallucinating. And apparently he pulled. I think he did have a colostomy bag too. Um, he took like this 10-inch kitchen knife and cut the hose on his colostomy bag and stood at the front door in his underwear, um, yelling at my mom that they weren't going to come and get him or something like that. What's up, Robbie Mack? Robbie Mac, I got your message. I haven't replied to it yet because I was streaming. Hey, what's up, a fatal paper cut? Yeah, Corey, sorry I missed your message, but it's the 9-foot part of the alien is 9 foot tall and I think 6 foot wide. And then the UFO adds another 3 feet, so it becomes 12 foot tall and 9 foot wide. Yeah, Robbie, if your question was, though, any more changes to the design, I think it's good. I'd run with it. Not bad, a fatal paper cut. How you doing? But I'm sure if I got a gold or silver sponsorship that I'd be allotted more room. But since I waited so long, like they were sold out completely of all sponsorships. But by the time I contacted Chris, the organizer, he said that they were going to have a meeting in July to possibly open up more tables. And then mid-July, he messaged me and said that they were opening up more tables at the bronze level so I could get the 6-foot table or 8-foot table, whatever size table they are. So next year I'll get a booth if I'm making enough money. I don't know how much the booths were. I think I got the silver sponsorship at Murph last year. Hey, if the booth's 10 by 10, all I need is 9 by 9. The extra foot, I'll just stand there. I'll use the top of the UFO as display. Put my UFO boxes around the UFO. Shut up, Carl. That I definitely do. That's true. It is round, so I can have a corner to stand in. Well, my plan is to put it all together, line the inside with mesh, a metal mesh, and then or chicken wire or something, and then spray foam. So it it was pretty flimsy. I mean, the parts, as big as it is, they're only a centimeter thick. And some people printed with zero infill. There were some holes. I don't know why there were holes, because no parts were missing, but I'm gonna fill in those holes. And then the head and the body are still going to be two separate pieces. And then the UFO, I think I'm doing in 4 pieces, 4 corners like a pizza slice. And I'm not going to do the bottom. And then, so the weight of the alien doesn't crush the UFO, I'm going to come up with a PVC system so that the alien sits on a PVC frame, and then the UFO pieces can get pushed in and clip into each other. That's my plan anyways. Yeah, it'll expand, but I mean, I'm just doing a little, like, a thin layer of spray foam, not filling it up. Like one quick little layer that'll expand to however many 2 to 6 inches. Hi, Emmy. Everybody say hi to Emily. She's watching. I don't know if she can see chat, though. I don't know if she can read chat. Spray foam will eat PLA. I'll definitely have to check that. Flex Seal. Alright, I'll have to try the Flex Seal stuff then. Because I don't want to make it too heavy, but I don't want it falling apart. And I'm pretty sure some people printed in non-PLA because Gloop was not working on some parts. So I may have to take some like metal rods and melt into pieces, like make some Z-shaped metal pieces and melt them in. Well, did you see how big the head alone was when I put it over my head and held it for those pictures? It was funny. Glenn, Funking 3D, he was freaking out. He thought it was going to fall and break my neck. Fiberglass and resin, that may do too. That would probably work out really good. I can stand inside the body, not the head. Like the head where it was fit, I think it had about that much hole space. I'll have to look at the pictures again. But I think when I put the head on, it came to like right here. And then I held it up. The body I could definitely get into. Well, Amy, I think it was Amy Double D, she suggested putting like a camera at its neck and having people like doing a live stream. I think it was Amy Double D that suggested that. And And I think somebody else suggested putting a speaker on it. But it was really cool seeing people who printed parts. They're coming and looking for their parts, and this one guy did his in a temperature changing. So he was putting his hand on his part and pulling it away and letting it change. Yeah, I that would probably be cool. Just put a camera in its neck and do a StreamYard from it. Hopefully my jetpack gets signal. Anybody know if Verizon works up there? That would be funny. There's a lot of cool things I could do with it. Like, even if they don't let me bring the UFO, but still let me bring the alien, that's still plenty of room for me to. Now you want me to motorize the head? Come on now, Carl. You want me to make it talk or turn? All right, Corey, I appreciate it. Let me know how it goes. I could probably make the head turn. Just go back and forth really slowly. And then next year upgrade, I can cut the eyes out and replace them with digital screens and have eyes, alien eyes that look around. I don't know if I could get that range of motion. I mean, I guess if I put the oh, so it follows me and me only? That would be really cool. I was thinking like maybe the sensors that like would lock onto somebody's face and then follow them as they walk by and then lock onto somebody else and follow that person. Totally doable. I plan on doing a 2 foot tall version to take to Earth with me though. Because I think if they give me a 6 foot table, then I can do a 2 foot wide, 2 foot tall one. And then I'll still have room for the rail core and then my boxes. Yeah, Devin's a robotics teacher, team leader, amazing thing with robotic person. I don't know your exact title, Devin. I'm apologize. Yeah, the guy that did the animated eyeballs. That's what made me think of it. Devin, didn't I see on your Twitter that you're like being given your own team or something? Is it just me or did I see Godzilla move? I hope he didn't release off the bed plate. I think my eyes are just playing tricks on me. Got your very own classroom to do your robotics class, or do you teach something else and do the robotics on as like a extracurricular activity thing? I don't know how colleges work. I went to online college and racked up $68,000 in student loans and never got my degree. You teach robotics. Oh, that sucks. For some reason I thought you were you did it at college. I think because that shirt you sent me wrapped around the UFO parts. That was a college shirt, wasn't it? Was that high school too? I don't remember. It was a million years ago now, it seems. I do have it hanging up though in my closet. That's awesome that you got your own room though. And you do whatever you want. I like how Alkesh One he uses as much 3D printing as possible to pimp out his rooms and the other teachers in his team. Is the elementary, middle school, and high school all in like one school? Because I have some schools like that here. But I think they're mostly private schools. One of your teams should design a UFO project one month. Holy moly. So do you have to travel to all of those schools, or do they come to you? Like if like all the electronics I get either from a local electronics store that hooks me up with decent prices, or um, I have a company who orders the parts from sources all the parts from China for me. So I can usually get stuff pretty cheap, but I still have to work within a budget. Can you do a little bug? This bug freaked Brian out. Let me see if I can get it. It's really fast, so I can't always. Like a little roach. Yeah, it's a hex bug. It's a fast little dude. I got it in a loot crate like 2 years ago. I'm surprised it's still working. But I never opened it until today. I think they're cool. I think there's a reflection on my monitor. That's what's making me think Godzilla's moving. He seems pretty sturdy. It's almost at the 24-hour mark, though. Well, that's when I posted it at 10:45 last night after it was already probably that tall. So I probably started it around 10. Look, I live in the middle of the woods in Florida. I am not a stranger to palmetto bugs and cockroaches and giant banana spiders or wolf spiders or whatever the heck they're called. There's also these brown spiders. Their bodies get like that big, and their leg span is like that much big around. And even the dude at because I have Terminex come out every 3 months. Even the guy at Terminex couldn't identify it. But they eat bugs, so I don't usually kill them, but I have killed a couple big ones. I was like, nope, you are not chilling out in my kitchen. Sorry. And they're fast. But there's like 4 or 5 different types of roaches out here. There's like palmetto bugs, which are like that big. And then you got the normal cockroaches that you normally see in commercials and like Joe's Apartment, blah blah blah. And then you get these, I think they're called German cockroaches. They're like an inch long, and they've got a wider body and a smaller butt. And then you got these little tiny cockroaches. And maybe that's all of them. I don't know. But there's all kinds of bugs out here in the woods. So at 29 hours, if it does actually take that long, and 24 hours was at 10, it should be done around 3 a.m. And I thought I'd have to look at the model again, but I didn't think the head was. Oh, Chris, I have a question for you. you may have the answer to. One of the biggest things that annoys the living heck out of me with this rail core, by the time this is done, it'll be at 290 millimeters. So it'll be down here. After every single print I do, it tells me I have to rehome the printer. And from down here, as slow as it goes up the Z-axis, it's probably going to take an hour to get back up here. Do you know of any way to speed that movement up and then home? Because it will not let me move the Z-axis after a print finishes. Won't let me do any axis. Yeah, I don't want to give away your location, Michael, but yeah, I'm sure you have lots of rattlesnakes out there. Write a macro, and you changed your speed. Because, like, the end code that I have set up in Simplify 3D, it homes the Y and the X, so it moves it up to the front. But then even though I end my code with homing the X and the Y, it still makes me home all three axes before I can do anything. Like, will it won't toss an error that it's not homed, so it wouldn't move? So that's my problem right now. It, like, after a print, it tells me I have to rehome before it lets me move. All right, Michael. Well, if you're telling people, that's fine, but it's not my position to tell people. I don't want to get people mad at me. All right, I will look up macros. I will try Chris's speed thingy too. But you guys can't see my Spider-Man from that angle. I purposely put him up here because he wiggles. With the movement of the printer. A rattlesnake found in Indiana. Is it like rare for rattlesnakes to be in Indiana? The max Z on my printer is 300. It was coded for 290, and I was like, it's advertised at 300 by 300 by 300. Why is the firmware set to 290? So I increased all the axes to 300, and then I made sure it had full movement without hitting stuff and gearing out and jamming. And it moved fine, so I don't know. What to print with the probe for your UFO stream? Well, if you go to alien3d.us and hover over the UFO menu, at the bottom there's a list of printable things you can do with less than 20 meters of filament. I should probably... Spider-Man fell. And he still landed up though. But I should probably look for more models to add to that list. But I know there's the Snow Labs Penguin, there's the 80% UFO-less Alien remix from Alkesh 1, there's the Matter Hackers dude, the little spaceman Phil. There's some designs from Dasmia. There may be a design from Chris Freeze on there. Can't remember. But all these aliens, if you want to print the aliens, I print those at 80% with 0 infill and 2 walls, and they take like an hour to print. But that is at like 60 millimeters a second. All right, I'll have to double check that. Is that in the main config file? No bears. You do have bobcats and coyotes, brown recluse, black widows. Yeah, I hear those brown recluses can mess some stuff up. G92Z300, then G0Z0F1000. I know the F is the speed, right? And you want it to go to 0. But that's not something I'd want to run every go, right? Only when I'm printing it to 300. Oh yeah, you actually have a full roll, right? You don't need to do it with the less than 20. Yeah. I know a lot of people say that brown recluses are like kind of like a staph infection type thing. People confuse it with staph infection a lot. Homall G and Home ZG. Okay. I will have a look at those, Chris. You can change your speed as your home makes home. Alright, so now you're just telling me to do what Chris did. Alright, I shall do that. As soon as I can connect to the damn thing again. But that's looking so awesome. I hope Emmy likes it. Emmy loves Godzilla, so I'm printing it for her. Which, speaking of Emmy, you should be home by now, woman. But hopefully she's excited about it. She absolutely loves dinosaurs. And loves Godzilla. And of course, Robbie Mack loves Godzilla. I'm looking forward to see if anybody can find Godzilla in the August one. Did you put it in the September one? I didn't even look yet. Okay, I'll have to look. August was difficult to find. I was looking for it during a live stream, and I looked all over the place. Do it with the Z5, not the Z2. All right. Well, you're not supposed to say it in stream. It's the fun of them looking for it. I was just messing with you. Whoever took that off, I was just messing with Robbie Mac. Oh, you retracted it. So, no, I was just messing with you. Yeah, Robbie Mac just started doing the boxes in June. Right, Robbie Mac? The June box was your first one? So you've done June and July. And then the August, which hasn't shipped yet. All the boxes prior to the June UFO, Art Mods did Marches, and I've done all the rest, I think. Yeah. Yeah, the May one I did the Star Wars box. Still hoping Disney doesn't come after me for that one. I forgot to. Oh. That little Adafruit project. What he oh yeah, he stuck globes on them to magnify him, didn't he? Yeah, acrylic. Those look flipping cool. The animated eyes without displays is $8. So all you get is the bonnet. You don't get the board, the jumper wires, or the glass lens. They look freaking cool though. Wait. The watermelon and the bees one. I think you're confused again, Robbie Mac. It's not the seed. Initially, Robbie Mac told me it was a watermelon seed. Welcome back, Brian Vines. And then I was like, holy cow, a watermelon seed? So I was looking at all the watermelon seeds. Yeah. And then, like, a couple hours later, after I looked over the whole box, he's like, oh, wait, no, I moved it. No, I think it's cool that you put them in there. Like, if you'd have never told me about them, the only way I would have known was in Brian Vines' video. And I was like, wait, what? Godzilla? Where? I love little Easter egg things like that, so it's cool. Damn it, now that song's stuck in my head again. Thanks, whoever brought up the watermelon. This Godzilla looks amazing. Where is it in the watermelon one? You'll have to wait until you get the watermelon box. Sean should do another one. I haven't talked to him much since he became a Moai guy. You're looking at... Wait, did I share the file? How are you looking at it? Or are you looking at it from the video when I showed it? I don't remember. Moai had the time of my life, and I never printed like this before. Yes, I swear. It's the ooze. That's all I have to say about that. Well, that Godzilla is printing and probed. Alexa, turn on the printer lights. Are you just gonna ignore me, Alexa? Oh, there you go. See, I definitely need lights in the printer. Yeah, I thought probed was going to be more popular than what it was. The ooze ended up being more popular. I'll have to do a PETG ooze soon. But I don't know if I should do a PETG ooze or one of the new classified colors. Whoa. Yeah, the July box wasn't that difficult, I don't think. Yeah, that's probably true. People tend to print what they're comfortable with. Yes, it is zero infill. Zero infill and 3 walls. Yeah, there's a lot of people. I get comments after I include a pet G, or when I included the glow in the dark or the wood fill. Um, People would email me and be like, "Thank you for pushing me out of my comfort zone. Pet G is awesome, or the wood fill is awesome." Mostly about the glow in the dark. I was like, "Is this gonna ruin my brass nozzle?" And I was like, theoretically, yes. But seeing that it's only 20 meters, I don't think it will do too much damage. But then in December, I gave everybody hardened nozzles. So if I did ruin your nozzle, you got better ones. I did not like. I've seen a couple of the self-order screens, but I've never used one. Like this month, the filament that is late and I've been waiting on and should get here tomorrow. I think you guys are really gonna like it. There's like two. I don't know. I wouldn't call them exotic. They're not like metal filled or anything. But you guys already know about the marbled. Um, but the other one that's coming tomorrow, I think you guys are really gonna like it. And then what are the other colors I got? The marble, clear pitchy. Oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah, I like normally if you would have ordered it through their site, I'm sure it wouldn't have taken this long. This is my problem with what happens every month. At the beginning of the month, I say, "Hey, got anything cool? Got anything new?" If they say yes, then I tell them, "Okay, I want it." If they say no, then I go on their site to see what they have, and I'm like, "Okay, I want this." And they're like, "Okay." And then I wait a week, and I be like, "Hey, did you send that out yet?" "No, it's going out next week." "Okay, please send me tracking numbers as soon as it goes out." And then the next week comes along. I haven't heard anything yet. Have you guys sent it out? Uh, it's going out tomorrow. I'll get you a tracking number. Okay. Wait. Day after tomorrow. "Hey, you got those tracking numbers? I'm at lunch. I'll get them to you when I get back." Okay. Next day. It's weekend, so I have to wait till the next week. Did you get those tracking numbers? Then they give me the tracking numbers, and it turns out that they didn't actually get sent the day that I was told they were sent. They were sent last Thursday. And this is like every month. And it's driving me nuts. It's like the best Dirty Dancing song. '70s love songs in a post-apocalyptic setting. Oh my goodness. Probed alien on the Prusa. Oh, when autocorrect fails you. I just went to tell Rosa that it's okay, and autocorrect put it's ovary. See, that's the thing, though. I mean, you should definitely. I don't know. That's. Oh my goodness, Brian. It's like they're replacing employees with terminals. And how is that helping the job market? I mostly avoid self service unless I'm at Wally World and the lines are stupid crazy. And then every time I go to Wally World, I try to only buy 10 items at a time because there's a traveling checkout cart. And then I can just skip the lines altogether. And they're like, "Are you ready to check out?" I'm like, "Yes, I am." And they just beep, 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 beep. I'm like, "You don't even have to bag it. Stick it in the trash can." Because last week I bought another trash can for the room that is still in my living room. I haven't brought in here yet. But I was like, "You don't even have to bag it. Just stick it all in the trash can and carry it all. It's all good." Is Emmy watching? Hang on. Good night, Princess Emmy. I love you. Mwah. Sweet dreams. Little tater tots watching. Sorry for the mush, guys. I haven't gotten a response back yet, though. But she said she was listening. There it is. There it is. And on that note, party people, I think I'm gonna have to cut it because it's 11:15 and I have to get up and do my day job in the morning. Then I gotta finish up the UFOs. Hopefully, the filament that I'm waiting for comes with UPS and not, or USPS and not UPS. So thank you guys so much for stopping by and killing time with me. Do you guys ever want to talk about anything specific or want me to go over anything or tutorial anything or I don't know, whatever? Robbie Mac, don't worry about it. Don't rush just for me. I don't need it for at least another 6 days. So anyways, thank you all for stopping by. Devin, I will message you about, no, I wish this was my full-time day job. I program websites during the day. Catch you later, Michael Fox. Yeah, I'm trying to get to the point to where Alien 3D pays all the bills, but not yet. So I program websites during the day for one client that has like multiple clients. They're a marketing agency. I work remotely. They're in Texas. And then they have a bunch of clients. Most of the sites I work on are Maggiano's Italian restaurant and real estate sites. There's like 4 real estate sites I work on for them. And then lighting connection, some guy that's running for mayor in Texas or somewhere. I think in Dallas. I don't know. There's like 15 sites I work on, I think, around there, 10 to 15. Anyways, yeah, that's my day job. But thank you guys again so much for stopping by. And if you ever want a themed talk to talk, and don't forget, tomorrow night, The Edge of Tech, I will be co-hosting, and David Shorey will be the guest. So that's at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern. So that would be like what, 5 o'clock Mountain and 4 o'clock Pacific, and like 3 o'clock in Hawaii or Alaska. I don't know. Be there. I will be co-hosting. Anyways, thank you guys again. Thank you for stopping by. Love you, Rosa. Peace out, everybody else.